Hello and welcome. My name is Christoph Putz and I'm your IT career guide. In today's 5-minute Wednesday video, I want to talk about the potential stress that you might experience when working in IT. When you work in IT, there can be really several different job roles that can be extremely stressful. And I just want to talk about that today because if you are trying to get into IT, into information technology, you want to at least be aware of which roles or what type of situations can cause a lot of stress. And while sometimes stress is just not avoidable in any type of role, if it becomes a recurring theme, it can be really a danger to your health, it can be a danger to your happiness and to your overall productivity. And that's the last thing you really want, that stress affects you in a very negative way. So when I talk about stress, there are certain roles and situations as already mentioned. So let's take a look at the role of a systems administrator, somebody who's responsible for systems to be up and running 24/7, 365. You have to expect that you be on call, meaning that you carry a pager or that your phone gets pinged from work, that there's a situation that happens in the middle of the night or on a weekend and you have to go to work, be it physically go to the office or just connect remotely and fix the situation, whatever the case may be, from remote. So being on call is just part of working in IT and you have to expect it for quite a few roles. So being on call also means that you cannot necessarily do whatever you want during that time because you have to stay close to a computer, or you have to take your computer into all the different situations that you might be doing during that time. So let's say you want to go on a weekend trip unexpectedly. Well, you can do that if you can take your computer and if you have remote access to the internet that you could remote in. But if it's expected that you potentially have to go physically to the office, that doesn't work. You have to stay in a fairly close proximity to make it to the office. Really being on call, it's unpredictable. You don't know exactly when what happens. You don't know how big or small the problem is. So it could take you 15 minutes to fix something. It could take you 2 hours. And especially if you get paged in the middle of the night, well, it's A, you're tired, B, the next day you're tired as well because you do not have enough sleep. And so it's just like building up, it's compounding the stress level. And so it really can affect your health. When you work in IT in certain roles, there are roles like systems administrators or systems engineers that can be on call, and then it's usually for a week. So when you're on call in these situations, as mentioned, you need to be close to a computer, you need to be close to an internet connection, and potentially you have to go to the office. So it affects your life during that week that you're on call. So now think about it. This happens in the middle of the night as an example. So it's 1:45 a.m., you're sleeping, your phone goes off with the notification, you're tired, you're not fully awake, you have to log in, you have to start troubleshooting a situation. Other situations where you might experience stress when you work in IT. And that could be that depending on where you work, there are so-called maintenance windows. During maintenance windows, that's where you can take a system down for system maintenance, patching, applying software upgrades, upgrading the operating system, whatever else. So usually those maintenance windows are during non-business hours. So it could be just in the evening, it could be in the middle of the night. Then projects with tight timelines or not enough resources can create stress. So you might have to work not just 8 hours a day, you might have to work 10 hours a day and you have to work on the weekends or in the evenings. So that can impact your personal life, your family life, whatever the case may be, it creates stress. Another cause for stress could be simply money. So in some companies, IT, information technology, is treated like a cost center and it's really just looked at from a cost perspective, not the benefits that it provides. And that sometimes means that the company is not spending enough money on having reliable systems, upgrading the physical servers within a normal time frame. So you might run on completely outdated hardware, unreliable hardware. And the alerts and the on-call situations are caused because the company is not spending the right amount of money to keep the environment up to date. So this can create stress. And another reason for stress could be simply unreasonable expectations. So if the business wants to do something, and it might not be a technical business driver, but somebody outside of information technology, and puts pressure onto the information technology teams or department with these expectations, sometimes you just cannot meet the deadlines, or you cannot meet the deliverables that the business is asking for. So stress in IT is very common, and you really have to separate out between, is it, I want to say, normal stress that just happens every once in a while, or if it becomes a permanent situation. So if you are under permanent stress, it's really not helpful. It's not healthy for you, and you might burn out quicker than you expect. You might make mistakes that usually wouldn't happen. It affects your performance, it could affect your pay, it might affect your happiness, it might impact the people around you, your family. So I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so as well. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions or suggestions for new topics, please put them down into the comments, and I will respond as soon as I can. And if there are any good suggestions for videos, of course I will make those as well. So thank you for watching today. Have a great day. Bye bye.